The Complete Initiation Rituals of the Golden Dawn, compiled and edited by Frater Yechida, with a preface by Tony Fuller and a foreword by Darcy Kunst. This is the special hardcover edition, which was limited to 120 copies, I think it was. Very, very small number of initial copies, but just like the first book in this series, was also published with 120 copies, and then they came out with the paperback edition, and that is a much more affordable way to pick it up if you can wait a little bit longer. But I just wanted to show you what this special edition actually looked like. I believe that they've got at least one more book in this series on the way, and I'm possibly even more. And I just wanted to give you an idea of what you're getting with the hardcover, and also wanted to give you an idea of the contents of the Complete Initiation Rituals. So this is a print-on-demand hardcover book, and its very high price is justified in ways that I'll get into in a little while. But yeah, do be aware that it is a perfect bound hardcover print-on-demand book, just like any other print-on-demand book that you might get out there. The very high cost is due to the small demand, I think, that this book is going to warrant, and the large amount of work that has no doubt been put into compiling this book. So yeah, this is hand numbered. It's actually somebody's put in a bit of effort to make the number 63 look kind of in line with the font over here, which is kind of cool. What is this? So if you've got the big black brick, edited by John Michael Greer, then do you need this book, right? This book covers book 2 of the big black brick. It's the Initiation Rituals. So we're not talking here about how to perform the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram and many others, although there are a couple of appendices in the back that allude to that. In fact, if I just I think I just had the page and it's just eluded me. Here it is. Then you can see they are in fact performing the lesser banishing ritual of the hexagram, and just the previous page. Pretty sure it was the previous page. Yes, you get the Kabbalistic cross and the pentagram. So you do get those details in here, but the bulk of the book is the actual initiation rituals. With a little forward, a major forward, in fact, by several authors: Frater Yechida, Darcy Kunst, as I was saying, and I forget his name, unfortunately, Tony Fuller. There we go. Very interesting stuff. So why would you want the initiation rituals of the Golden Dawn if you already have them in the big black book? Well, it turns out that the initiation rituals that you find in the big black book are the initiation rituals of the Stella Matutina, which was an offshoot, right? So this is one of the first differences that you'll note when you compare the two, right? When you compare the initiation rituals from one book to the other, the rituals here are the original rituals of the Golden Dawn members, and they are drawn from the notes and manuscripts of the original members of the Golden Dawn, rather than these, slightly modified initiation rituals that you can find in the Big Black Book, which, as I say, they come from the Stella Matutina. So these are a later incarnation of these initiation rituals that were produced for, as I say, an offshoot of the Golden Dawn. They are not the initial, original Golden Dawn initiation ceremonies. Now, how much they differ, they don't differ a huge amount, but they certainly do differ. You get knocks, for example, at different points in the ceremony. Some little details are changed, and depending on how much of a stickler for detail you are, you might want to refer to these original ones rather than to these that have been traditionally used for several decades now. If you're very, very familiar with the Golden Dawn initiation ceremonies, it'll be very interesting for you to go through this. However, my feeling, my thought is that for the majority of readers, what's particularly interesting in reading about the Golden Dawn is the knowledge lectures, instructional papers, the grade papers, and so on. The bits that describe the magic, right? The initiation ceremonies are going to be very interesting for a very specific audience. And I think that audience may be a smaller audience than the audience is going to be interested in all the rest, basically, which is what brings me back to the price of this book. Yes, it's an expensive book for a cheap print on demand. Although print on demand is getting more expensive by the day, nevertheless, for me, the high price is in fact warranted here, just because not many people are going to find this interesting, at least nowhere near as many people as the people who will find the complete flying rolls interesting, right? Many people will find this interesting, but this particular book, really, the people who are going to pick this up are going to be scholars who are looking specifically for the original texts, the original diagrams, the original initiation ceremonies, to know exactly, to the very minute detail, rather than looking at the much later incarnations that these rituals took on. You can see that these contain all the original illustrations of where everyone should stand, and so on. Whereas in this edition, of course, everything has been digitized and made very, very, very clear, of course. But they are definitely not the original illustrations. This is just to get the very original flavor. Now, of course, if you are part of a Golden Dawn lodge, or even if you're running a Golden Dawn lodge, this is going to be invaluable for you. And the high price of the book is going to be absolutely warranted. You're paying for the insight, you're paying for the research, you're paying for the very hard work that Frater Yechida has put into comparing all those manuscripts from the various original members of the Golden Dawn to work out what was likely the very original set of initiation rituals, which is very, very cool. However, this book is going to be very appealing for a much wider audience. This book is essentially the additional homework, right? The additional, not just homework, but spells, rituals, how-to guides that were shared among the initial initiates of the Golden Dawn, and these are all exercises, practical exercises that you can do at home. So it does make sense that this book is going to have a much wider audience than this one, which is very specifically for a lodge or for any historian looking into the history of the Golden Dawn Lodge. Okay, let me just give you a little look at the table of contents of the Complete Flying Rolls. You'll see that there's actually quite a lot of really exciting titles here. A few, this one here, example of mode of attaining to spirit vision. Very cool exercise that I've tried. It's very, very nice. The results are fascinating. And yeah, you can see this. It really is a series of how-to guides, and they're how-to guides, and also some philosophical insights from practicing magicians. Very, very cool stuff, this one over here. There we go. I'll show you the appendices over here. And once again, you know, these original texts are available online, but these are the corrected versions, the original versions, and yeah, not the kind of hand-me-down versions that we have online. These are the versions that were, in fact, originally passed around among the members of the Golden Dawn. So yeah, very, very exciting, very important stuff. As I say, with a large audience, and this one with a slightly smaller audience. In my opinion, I may be completely wrong about this, right? But you'll be able to see that this, it really is book 2 of the Big Black Book, right? With a couple of interesting appendices towards the end. There we are. So yeah, that's my general overview of the Complete Initiation Rituals of the Golden Dawn by Kerubim Press, compiled and edited by Frater Yechida. Very, very cool work, very important work by Frater Yechida. I think that for the majority of people watching this, if you haven't picked up the special edition, then waiting around for the regular paperback will be absolutely fine. As I say, this provides maybe a little bit of solidity just by being protected by a hardcover, but yeah, I think that it's perfectly fine to own as a paperback. I think it's really cool that Frater Yechida has actually gone through and signed every one of these special editions, which is really, really cool. There we go. That's my general overview of the Complete Initiation Rituals of the Golden Dawn. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.